Beer Tip of the Week is brought to you by thebeerian.com, the fourth or fifth, maybe even sixth blog focusing on Christians who love beer.
Hello, welcome to Beer Tip of the Week. My name's Greg Qualls, and I'm your host. Beer Tip of the Week is designed for the person out there who wants to do more than just drink their beer, but enjoy their beer drinking experience. Each week I give you a simple tip to help you do just that. This week I'd like to start a three-part series on how to store your beer. How to store it in a way that will both prolong its life and sustain its flavorability.
Beer, 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 beer.
As far as this first week's tip goes for storing your beer, it's real simple. Just keep in mind, light is evil. You want to store your beer in a dark place. What happens is your beer actually has oils from the hops whenever it's being brewed that is chemically sensitive to light, to certain wavelengths of light. No matter what kind of light, if it's sunlight or incandescent light bulbs or even fluorescent light, it will harm the flavor of your beer. This is what beer connoisseurs called skunky flavor, or the beer becoming skunked. In Britain, where they don't actually have skunks, the animal skunks, they call it cat's piss. So you can get the idea of what sunlight can do to your beer. Different beer bottles will actually help to hinder this. Brown bottles, that's why most beer bottles are brown, will actually stop sunlight from coming in. But green glasses and clear glass are actually the worst. A beer in a clear glass set out in sunlight for 5 to 10 seconds will actually turn skunky that quick. So, light is evil. Remember, when you're storing your beer, keep it in a dark place. So that's your first tip in how to store your beer. If you'd like to be a part of this show, we have two ways in which you can participate. The first is send in a video introducing Beer Tip of the Week. All you have to do is state your name, where you're from, and you're watching Beer Tip of the Week. It's that simple. You can do this on your webcam at home, or if you want to go to the extent of going to a local bar and introducing it there, I'd love that too. Either way, when you get your video, email it to greg@thebeerian.com. The other way you can participate is simply by sending in your own simple tips for enjoying beer more. You can send those tips to tips@thebeerian.com. That's tips@thebeerian.com. Other than that, remember to come back next week for part 2 of our 3-part series on how to store your beer. Until then, my name is Greg Qualls. I'm your host. And remember, whether you eat or drink, do it all to the glory of God. I'll see you next week. Keep its flavor, to help prolong its life, and help enjoy the beer. What happens is the hops actually have an oil in them. Let me read this again. What? Shut up. You can't laugh at me. You're laughing at me. I saw it in your eyes.